welcome to this week's episode of the AGT podcast. I am your host, Anthony, and this week I'm joined by Frankie.
Hello.
And Tom.
I'm back, baby.
Oh, he's back. This week we're going to sit down. We've not thought this out whatsoever again. I think we liked last week's episode where we didn't think of anything and was going to go with the flow. But the big thing, as always, I've played something new because I go on a spending spree. And it's been the only thing I've spoken about all week with anyone is the game called Before Your Eyes. I'm not going to ask how you're doing because I don't care. I just want to talk to you about this game. So, it's an amazing game. Have you both seen Rick and Morty?
I love a bit of Rick and Morty. So good.
Okay.
So good.
Yeah, it's good. I do like Rick and Morty.
Okay. So, in Rick and Morty, obviously there's that game, Roy, where you basically live somebody else's life and they wake up and they're like, oh, I was Roy, and it causes like Morty to have a mental snap. But this game, Before Your Eyes, is kind of similar vein in terms of I'm not going to spoil it because I've done enough writing articles and I'm going to do a video review as well. But you're living the memories of somebody who's passed away and it uses your webcam. So if you blink, you move forward in time. And I just think, oof, it's amazing. And the reason why I'm bringing this up now is because, one, if you've not played it, go play it. Have either of you played it?
I haven't. I've seen stills of it though, and it looks cool.
No, but from reading your article, mate, it does look like a game I probably want to get into, really.
What a suck up. After reading your article.
It's a world-class article. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is a good read.
The developers were like, I want to read that, so I sent it across to them. That's true. I wasn't just like, I've not been like, I'm in with the developers. But no, it is definitely worth playing, even if you kind of know the gist of it. But the less you know, the better, I think. So you definitely have to play it, Frankie, and then call me in tears.
I will. My Mac won't allow it, but I'll find a way.
Yeah. And kind of the reason why I brought it up is because I love games that are like emotional or they're stirring or they not necessarily make you cry, but they just take you back a little bit and make you go, oh man, that's deep. And I think games, I don't know, I think sometimes I'll play a game and I'll forget how bad it is if it does that at certain points, whether it's a story or a certain character. And I think the first one I remember getting everyone was obviously The Walking Dead Season 1, the Telltale one. I hope you've both played that at least.
You know what? I actually haven't. But I played...
No.
What?
I played it out of principle because The Walking Dead is shocking.
Right.
In a good way, or
no? How can it be shocking in a good way?
Well, you said you played it out of principle.
Yeah.
So
No, I
didn't.
I didn't play it out of principle.
Oh, you didn't play it out of principle.
Right.
I was going to say, what are you talking about, you madman?
yeah.
Did I say that I did play it?
You did. Yeah, you
You
did.
did.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh no.
So
We'll cut that.
So yeah, we'll get rid of that. So you never played it? Wait, tell me you watched somebody play it. It took over YouTube
No.
like years ago. Okay, but
No.
still, come on, Tom. You must have done. Tom, please. You must have watched someone play it.
I mean, I don't know really. Like I've heard of obviously the Telltale Walking Dead games. It's not really like come up in my YouTube suggestions or anything like that. Really, unfortunately, it's just not something I've clicked on. Like the Walking Dead series, like I watched like a bit of it and I just wasn't interested in it whatsoever.
No, I'm not interested in the TV show at all. Well, oh my god! So that's what you need to do after this. You need to find someone who played it and just watch their playthrough because that was.
I've heard they're good.
Yeah, when Telltale gained traction and like popularity, it was because of that. And that season is there's massive flaws in it now when you look back at story and the way it's designed, but Telltale weren't as big at the time. But that is a great emotional journey. I can't believe neither of you have both been on watching YouTube for how long, and neither of you felt the need to watch a Telltale series. Have you not watched any Telltale game or played?
Tom, answer first.
I don't think so. No. But my friend was like addicted to playing Walking Dead Telltale series. Actually,
I'll get him on the podcast, shall I?
Yeah, get him on the podcast.
I will.
Yeah,
Need to be able to talk to him about it.
He plays more games than me, so more variety of games. But
Yeah.
I can't remember what of a Telltale series game he was playing the one time, but he was like addicted to it. He was like kept playing it all the time. I think it just was Walking Dead. Like he kept like buying the episodes. Like he said, it was really good.
But it's really good. So Frankie, you're gonna say you've not played any either?
Yeah, that's the reason I got Tom to answer first. I don't want to get shouted at.
Oh my god.
I haven't. No, sorry.
Right, well, I'm going to ask you a harder question then. What games have made you... What games have made you maybe not, like I said, not cry, but, like, emotional?
You know what? There's, like, that indie game, What Happened to Edith Finch?
Right.
I said that horrendously. Oh, my God.
Say it again.
Okay, we'll give it another go. We'll give it another go. So I played this indie game called What Happened to Edith Finch.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah,
that's good.
and it's not like sad, but it was sort of like emotional in the sense that I basically got it free on PlayStation, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll give it a go. Got nothing else to do. I was at uni with a stack full of assignments, but I had nothing else to do, and I played it, and it was besides them, they just get in the way. But no, it was really, really good, and it's such a cool concept, and I completed it in like a day. But I remember it being really good. And there are obviously like sad points throughout the game. I can't really pinpoint any, but yeah, it was emotional in the sense that it just completely blew every expectation that I had of it.
So I'm interested to hear Tom's because
brilliant.
I'm waiting for him to say the end of Halo Reach.
No. Oh god, that's brilliant. I don't know really. I'd say, has anyone played Ori and the Blind Forest?
Yeah.
That's a sad game.
It's powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really powerful.
It's a great game.
Apart from that, it'd be the generic one. I'd say mainly like Gears of War 3. Someone dying in that as well.
I know
really
I mock, but I actually kind of like the fact that a gaze game can make you emotional. I like that.
It's actually weird, isn't it? Like it's like it's like described as like dude bro like shooter.
Yeah.
But honestly, like the third game, like someone who dies in it, oh my god.
It's like there are, like that's why I was like not necessarily cry but emotional, because the amount of times in these, it's similar to a film, isn't it, where your favourite character dies or something.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 in Call of Duty terms did the big one of good old Soap.
Oh, what a spoiler.
What a spoiler, I know. I know it's a fairly recent game, but... And Soap... Oh, when Soap died, that was quite surreal, because obviously you play as Soap in the first Modern Warfare. And that's just kind of a weird one, because I would always assume it would have been Price to die.
Mm.
But yeah, there are some games where you're like, it's not, like I said, it's not sad per se, but you're just sat there and thinking... Oh my god, I've been playing Disco Elysium quite a bit, and I have a feeling that game's going to take a toll on me in terms of like, oof.
I think what it is, like you've been playing the games like over like a trilogy, and you've been playing as that character all through it, and then obviously at the end it just, just completely, you don't even see it coming.
Yeah,
like those deaths anyway, like on those games, like obviously if you've played for them.
Because you almost think, it's a bit like the Game of Thrones thing, innit? You almost think this character's too big that they're not going to kill them off because they need them, like, to sell the game. And then when they do, you're like, oh wow, okay, that was amazing, but now this character's no longer going to be in any of the games. And then the developer's like, oh yeah, shit, we need to bring them back. I don't care, that's what. We don't censor the podcast, we just try to censor ourselves. But yeah, the developers sometimes, I think, shoot themselves in the foot when they're like, oh, we killed off this character. How do we bring them back in 2 games' time? Because we don't know what to do without them.
That needs a game, though. Game of Thrones needs a game. That would be...
It got a Telltale one.
No, but imagine, like, an open world, but it's like GTA 5 where you can swap between the characters, so you can be in the north, you can be in, like, King's Landing. And,
Wait.
Oh,
isn't that
my
basically The Witcher?
Let's leave that out. It's not Game of Thrones. It's not Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones better. It will be better.
I agree entirely with you, Frankie, because I don't like The Witcher. But
I was gonna say you don't like it.
Yeah. I think the most gripping games I played in a long time ago was This War of Mine, and it was just straight up depressing. Like the intention of the game, it wasn't like depressing because it wasn't meant to be. The game sets out being like black and white, grungy. The state of your survivors and stuff are all like ready to break down and die. I don't know if either of you have seen This War of Mine or whether I need to explain what it is.
I don't think I've seen it, no.
I've heard of it, but I have literally seen nothing.
You two are the most useless podcast guests I've ever had. So basically, it's a 2D game, but it takes place in this demilitarized zone, basically in the middle of a war zone, and you just manage like a house of survivors trying to like scavenge for supplies and whatnot. It's a bit like in terms of mechanics, a bit like Fallout Shelter again.
Oh right.
But like there's more to it than that 'cause it's not a mobile game.
I was gonna say that game got so boring. So
Yeah, it doesn't get boring like that because there's survival aspects of it where you have to like manage your resources, stop your people from getting depressed and stuff, and make sure you have medical supplies. And you start traveling through the country or the city, I guess, and you like come across the church, you come across other survivors, and it's a lot more of a fight or flight game. Like you'll come across situations where there'll be a survivor being held hostage, and you'll use them being held hostage or being held at gunpoint, and you'll sneak around the house and stuff and like steal stuff and just leave them. You'll just leave them for dead. Like it makes you feel bad about all of your decisions because it's like you're not soldiers, you are civilians. So like if you're a woman or a child or a young one scavenging a house, getting in that fight is going to get you killed, and then it's permadeath on that character. So it's brilliant. It's like the idea of like, I remember going in because you have The Last of Us like listening system where if you listen, you can kind of hear beyond doors and kind of see what's happening. But if you're moving around, you kind of lose vision. So when you see or hear people shouting and screaming that they're being held hostage or sometimes I'm not going to say what I think it is, but it's very suggestive, especially when you hear a woman's voice and you hear like two, thieves or something. You always think, oh my god, the worst is happening. The game does that job of making you think the worst is happening.
So you almost feel like you have to save them.
Yeah, but then you're at that point of you're gonna lose your character. So do you do the right thing, or do you try and progress through the game? It is a depressing game. It makes you really feel bad about yourself, and it's really good.
I just looked at some stills of it on my phone while you were talking about that, and it actually looks awesome the way it's like laid out. It is really good. It's really good.
It's really like, I'm going to use the term dark. It is dark in the sense of even the colour palette. It's grey and like it's watered down. There's no real colours. It's just black and white. I guess as a game that you just kind of want to feel bad. Yeah, this War of Mine is it's an experience. I'll use that word, probably the best way, because you just like you 100% get the sense of you're not a soldier, you're a survivor, and you're doing whatever you can. And it's interesting. I advise you to look into it, even if you can't play it. Look into it and just kind of have a look, because it's old now. It's not it's been out for a good few years. And
I was gonna say, from like what you explained, it looks really good. Like it sounds really good.
Yeah,
like,
it is. And it's on consoles, I'm pretty sure as well. I played it on PC, but I know it is on consoles. It's just one of them that if you look into it and think, I'm not sure, I think it's still worth giving a go and paying for. Because I just think sometimes you need games like that. Like Before Your Eyes isn't happy, but there's moments in it that are really good and really make you kind of do a big sigh of relief. And this War of Mine, anytime you come back from a journey scavenging, it's just nothing but thank God. And it's just like you live another day. But I think that is, I can't think of anything sad that I've played like recently. I try not to. I'm a very emotional person.
I was gonna say, because you avoid like the horror stuff, don't you? And like anything like that, and like most of the time like the sad stuff is in those types
I
of
can't
genres,
do
really.
Like I like some horror games in terms of the premise and stuff. It's more I can't get through them. So it's not that I think they're bad. It's just I personally can't play them to completion, so I never waste my money on them.
Yeah.
Because I just would sit there and panic the whole time. I miss out on a lot of good games because of that as well. And a lot of games, like Resident Evil 7 was different because it was Resident Evil and I grew up with that franchise. So I was like, I hate it. But I'm going to play through it as much as I can because it's Resident Evil and I'm all for this company and this series getting back on track.
Is it the new Resident Evil game that's coming out? I think I saw the trailer for it this morning and it looks unreal.
Looks good, doesn't it?
It looks so good.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because I think, well, me and Tom were talking earlier about having that protagonist look how she does. There'll be more people trying to run towards her than run away. so they'll do a good job of encouraging you to escape.
That comes out very soon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is really soon.
I think it's 7th of May, maybe?
Considering what we do for jobs, we should definitely know that. But I'm going to say, yeah, you're right.
I think it's 7th of May.
Yeah. I know it's really recent. Oh, really
soon.
Upcoming. Yeah, that's the one. No, it's the one. Unless this podcast comes out too late. No, but there's not. That, Before Your Eyes has just captivated me and started thinking about emotional games I want to play. Whereas, obviously, I know not everyone's into that. And Frankie, next time you were on the podcast, you were supposed to talk about your BioShock experience, but you didn't complete it.
I didn't. I've been recording other stuff, which everybody listening should go check out. So I haven't really had the time, but because I don't just want to sort of like jump on after I finished work, play an hour and leave it.
No. Working really makes you want to step away from your computers and stuff, doesn't it? So you're like, I
Yeah.
don't want to play games anymore. I say this to Tom all the time. I played, before I joined, I played so many games and played everything. And now it's like, I'm not playing at all. And I just buy a new game and then I don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
I started Horizon though. I know I'm going to talk to Ty about it because I need to complete it. But it's not that good.
Oh, really?
You don't like it?
No.
You don't like the art style or anything like that? No.
I think it's beautiful. I think running around, the environments and stuff are really cool. The cutscenes look weirdly gross. Like, they don't look as good as in-game, which is really surprising to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not far into it, and that's why I'm going to talk about it, because I'll eventually talk about it with Ty when I complete it. But I just can't be bothered. There's nothing about it that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to keep playing this game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I think I've got the game, and I've literally, like, because when you leave a game, you gotta like restart it, because I just, like, especially when you're like collecting stuff and upgrading your character, like, I just can't go from, like, say, like, I played the game like a year ago.
I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah.
There's no part of me that I'm like...
It's just, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Because the story, not bothered. So I'm like, okay, the gameplay. And the gameplay it's alright. You know, it doesn't blow me away. I'm still baffled at the fact I can't parkour over anything. Like,
Yeah.
I can't parkour.
Like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but there's nothing like, even mounting, like, you know, climbing ledges and stuff, I'm noticing that there's very limited places you can do that. And I'm like, I'm a hunter. How can I not climb a tree?
I'm guessing that's probably one of the complaints they had. That's
I
probably
hope
one
so.
of the things they're adding in. I don't know if the sequel's been announced or not.
I think
but
it has, hasn't it? Yeah.
I will cut that studio some slack, because before they developed Killzone, like shooters, and,
Yeah.
like, they completely went like the different route. So I will give them that. Like, they developed a beautiful game. You know,
It is
their
really
first
nice
try.
looking.
So
But I've heard nothing but good things about it. And I'm just like, it's just because I think it's a new IP that people like it. And that's good, because I will play this till the end. I won't 100% it, because I don't even know what the character's called. And I've watched all the cutscenes. I've tried my best. Is it Aloy?
Aloy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, you know, like when it tries to be emotional, I don't know if it's the voice acting or the script or I just don't care.
I don't know who voices her. I think it's Laura Bailey.
But at the very beginning, you've got, Laura Bailey's good, if it is Laura
I don't know
Bailey.
if it's her or not.
But in general,
I can't remember.
I'm like, her relationship with Ross at the very beginning, I'm like, I don't care. He's like, you know, being all, I follow the law and pitiful and feeling, you know, trying to force this separation between the two of them. And Aloy's like, no, don't do that. And I'm like, just let him do it. Like,
I think
who cares?
I think the thing that interests people is, you know, when you go into the cave and find like the old civilization with the technology and all that.
Yeah.
I think that's the bit that interests people, because it interested me a bit.
I like it. I like the fact that, you know, for some reason there's robots that act like normal grazing animals.
Yeah.
For no reason, but obviously there probably is a lore reason. I'll be very surprised if Aloy is the only person in the game with that thing on her head, because if she is, she's not that good. Like, because there's other hunters doing what she's doing without the technology. Like,
Do you think it could be better as a film?
I think it's quite
Cinematic.
it's a good premise of a film, and it's very cinematic, but it would need fixing. There was a moment, the very first cutscene, where it's like a Rocky montage, and she slides under the dinosaur and shoots it with a bow and arrow. I was like, oh yes, this is what I'm talking about.
That's cool, that bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, give me a film of that. But I couldn't believe it. I was literally in a call playing through the beginning, but I was fully focused on the game. It wasn't like a call where we were talking. And then you do the intro bit where you're the child, and then about 20 minutes in, you're doing a Rocky montage. I'm like, what? Let me do this. Let this be my tutorial.
Yeah.
You know, let this be where I learn how to shoot a bow. But it wasn't. It was like she was doing it all on screen. She was training on screen, and I wasn't. She was doing her, like, I don't even know what she was doing. She was doing a load of crazy stuff that I wish I knew how to do, and instead I'm learning on the go.
Yeah, you'd want more of a bit of a tutorial for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like...
what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, the bow and arrow I like, but I'm also like, she's very slow with the spear. So, because I prefer melee weapons, I think. And I feel like my bow and arrow, I feel like my arrows don't hurt the robots at all. I'm kind of like, it's just going to bounce off him. unless I hit, and I know it's the point you hit the very specific spot. But sometimes I'm sure I've hit it, and they just don't flinch or anything.
And it doesn't work. Yeah. I
The
know what you
hitboxes
mean.
seem a bit weird on it. And the craziest thing, I know I'm going on about this game, Frankie, and I assume you've not played it because you've not butted it.
You know what? I actually have. I was waiting for my moment.
Okay, I'll give you a moment.
Plot twist there.
You're on about
craziest
Zero Dawn, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I'll wait.
The craziest thing that blew my mind was your first tier of upgrades. Your first upgrade is slow down time. What an overpowered upgrade that is for your first one.
That is so cool when you like slide off a rock though and jump at the same time and use your arrow. I think that's so cool.
It was weird because the animation and stuff looks like it's stolen from Vanquish. I don't know if you've played Vanquish. That's a great third-person shooter. But like in Vanquish, you're in like an Iron Man suit and you can do that slide. And when you zoom down the sights of your weapon, time slows down. And Vanquish is an old game. And from animation to mechanic, it looks completely ripped from Vanquish.
Probably was.
It might have been, but I'm alright with that because I like Vanquish. You know, it's your first set of upgrade. It just seems crazy.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Like, you get the execution, cost 1 point. Slow down time, cost 1 point. It just seems like, surely these are mid-tier / end style, you know, when she's the best hunter known to man, she can slow down time.
I know what you mean, yeah, because usually on games, and if you've got that mechanic, it's like the opposite way around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not your first one. Your first one is usually 2% flinch resistance or press X to recover when knocked down, you know, stuff like that. Slow down time when looking down your bow and arrow literally makes you what you aspire to be instantly. You aspire to be the hunter that can almost, you know, hit the perfect shot. But you get it after the tutorial.
Going into a Horizon rant here.
I've just never played a game that gives you an ability, so I don't know. It would always be one I'd build to. I'd look at the bottom of the skill tree and be like, I want to be able to slow down time. I'm going to work towards that. It just shook me. So Frankie, I want to hear your thoughts on it because I assumed that you hadn't said anything. You just hadn't played it.
No, I have. I was waiting. I was liking your rant too much to butt in, so I was waiting. So, right, with Horizon, me and Aloy have a very love-hate relationship with this. It's so I've played it. I loved it. I stopped playing. I then thought, oh, you know what I fancy? Horizon. I played it again, and I've stopped again. And hearing your rant, as negative as it was for the majority, after this, I'm going to go and re-download it and go again.
Oh.
And I don't know why. It's one of those games that, like, I didn't hate. I'd play it, but then I'd realise after maybe half an hour or 40 minutes of playing that actually like in terms of scenery and the artistic style of it, it looks a lot better than it actually is.
Yeah, I hope, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to play it a lot more because I haven't played it enough to be ranting like I was. That was literally just my first impressions after, you know, waiting so long to play it.
Have you played the DLC, Frankie?
I haven't, and so I
Wow.
bought it in my, I believe, 3rd year of uni, and I sort of was like, in between assignments, I was having sort of like big breaks and stuff, and one of the courses I did was called Music for Screen, and my teacher was like, like it's got a good soundtrack and it is an awesome game, so make sure that you play it. So I went home from that, bought it, and I bought it at a discount. The DLC is there, but I want to get to it because it looks so cool. I think, to be fair, it's more how I play the game than the game actually being bad, because I've got to a bit now where it's not really any spoilers. You just get like, are they like infected or diseased or something?
I'm not that far in. Pal.
Right.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Yeah, but it gets so irritating to the point. I understand the game's meant to be hard, but
Yeah.
it started to get on me a bit, and it was just annoying.
I think I'm finding that with the game, even with the bots, I'm finding that irritating is a good word for it. There are parts where I'm like zones of combat where it makes you go for a quest that are just not designed for however many enemies they put in there. It's like they forget they want you to use a bow and arrow, which isn't an up-close weapon. Like, I went into this little zone to do a quest. It was like a first quest side thing. And there was 4 or 5 in there, and there was no vantage point. You're on the level with them. So I ended up just cheesing it. I did the crit on one of them, like the melee from behind. Then I ran around a corner, and then I just started like spam shooting and spam crafting arrows, and I thought, this is embarrassing on my behalf. But this zone, if I go into that area, they're just gonna like stun lock me, and I was not feeling it. I died twice.
Yeah, I don't like the stun lock feature. I don't in a lot of games.
It's one of those games, like, a lot of games, right? If you have like a massive sort of enemy or a boss, you get excited for that. And I mean, I know going back to BioShock from the last time I was on, like as much as I somehow kept dying from Fontaine, I did a lot. I still loved that mission, but if I'm playing Horizon and I wander up and I see a massive like enemy, I'll just sort of back away or go and do something else first because I just can't be doing with it because you were on about having really OP upgrades, which you do, but there's such a massive jump from fighting those, I can only really describe them as sort of like little like velociraptor things, which are relatively easy, and then out of nowhere you having this huge like,
I found that
I don't even know what it is.
Like I said, I'm not even far in, and I went from literally fighting the Watchers or whatever, and then the Sawtooth or whatever, where it's just
Striders.
The Striders are like the ones that graze on, they're like deer almost, but you have like the Sawtooth where it's burned down the village or whatever, and you fight that, and it was just in an area where once it spotted me, I just had to keep running around in a circle because I couldn't lose it again. And even though I tried to hide and stuff, also I need to point this out, when you leave is it the Embrace for the first time to go kill this Sawtooth, I think it's called, and it's like there's wood huts that have been burned down or destroyed, and Aloy is like, how big was this thing, or how did it do this? They're like the smallest wooden shacks I've seen in my life. I could have knocked them down. Like, how is she shocked that these massive robots that don't feel pain have knocked down a wooden shack? Like, really?
I swear there was like a complaint like on that game that people were like, oh yeah, she talks way too much or something like that. Like she just talks randomly like to herself and all that, like way too much. I swear it was like
the dialogue hasn't impressed me.
Yeah, it was like a meme on like a YouTube video, like Aloy talks to herself way too much, like in this game. So I can't remember what it was now, but it was something like that. I do remember that. Because
they have it where you're an outcast at the beginning, and you walk through the village, and everyone kind of says to you, "By law, I can't talk to you," and it's like, well, just don't then. Just have it so the AI doesn't respond, because now you're all breaking the law. I've made every single villager break the law. Let's just call it that. I was so excited because it is really nice. And I got out that cutscene. I was like, oh, this is a nice looking game. I like the grass. I am intrigued. I want to know why there's robots all over the place. And when I will come back and play it more, and I'll be like, okay, no, I love this game. I just thought nothing makes me want to jump back in. I'm not like, oh, once this podcast ends, I'm going to go play Horizon again. Whereas you, Frankie, are like, I'm going to re-download it again. So I think I'll have to play it more until I get to that point.
But if you're getting irritated about like the massive things and you've only just started, we go on in this company. We go on about getting a backlog of content. Get a backlog of controllers because they are getting smashed.
Yeah,
trust me.
No, I can imagine.
It is an interesting premise though. Like I feel like they've just made this game, you know, for a more interesting second game, pretty much.
Yeah, but I don't know enough about the story to even comment. It just makes me... at the minute, I'm seeing robots graze, like, pretending to eat grass and stuff. I'm like, why?
As much as it's annoying, it's enticing, because not just this cool, like, I've been contemplating reinstalling it before, because I want to play Forbidden West when it comes out.
Yeah.
Is it out? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Oh. Well, I do want to play it, because it does look really good. It's not a bad game, it's just got parts of it that are just almost too irritating.
No, I wouldn't say it's a bad game. As annoyed as I am about it, I wouldn't say it's a bad game.
Yeah.
I think it is a good game.
You get a lot of games like that, though. So, obviously, you got the main character, you got Aloy. Who's winning a fight between Aloy and Sadie Adler from Red Dead?
Sadie Adler.
Do you reckon?
She's just crazy.
She is nuts, but can she climb rocks?
No, but neither can Aloy.
Oh, no, we were saying that. I haven't played it in that long.
Aloy can't climb rocks either.
Yeah.
So, and Sadie Adler has a gun.
Yeah, and she doesn't feel pain. And at the beginning of Red Dead, like, she doesn't seem too bothered that she got saved from like that burning house.
Yeah, if it was hysterical Sadie Adler, you're done for.
Yeah.
It's just Aloy very much reminds me of Amy Pond from Doctor Who. I like that.
Is it because she's ginger, or
just because she's ginger? Yeah, it's not even personality. It's just because she's ginger. She actually looks like the female version of the actor who plays the Joker in Gotham. Is it Joker, the ginger one? He plays Cal Kestis in Jedi Fallen Order as well.
Oh yeah.
She looks like a female version of him.
I haven't actually watched Gotham. It's been on my list for so long.
It started off so well.
Oh, one of those.
Boy.
And then it was just like...
It's Gotham and Titans, isn't it?
I didn't even bother with Titans, and I was so excited at first. I was like, oh my god, Titans, yeah. But then I was like, I don't care enough. I don't want them to ruin the Titans.
There's an Alfred series coming out, or is out, one of the two.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
but I'd love it if it was just him being a butler.
Just him being a butler.
Like, that's all it was. His daily life.
Just him, like, getting Bruce Wayne coffees, and that's it.
Yeah, it's none of his Batman involvements. It's literally him doing the Bruce Wayne butlering and him opening the door. I'd be like, what a show that'd be. And him driving home all of Batman's biches.
Would you not get bored?
Would I get bored of that?
Yeah.
No, it's Alfred.
Yeah, but in this Alfred series, he's wasting people, man.
I don't want that.
He is, yeah, he's
I
badass.
want that.
I
He
don't
looks
want
cool.
that. I want him to be walking around with a silver tray, asking Mr. Wayne, does he want anything? That's all I want.
So, would you play a game, dude, just doing that?
Anthony would.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that cathartic game like that where I'm just serving Batman. Hell yeah.
Batman Simulator. Well,
Batman's butler.
Batman's butler.
Yeah.
Butler Simulator.
Yeah, and anytime something awesome's about to happen, like I have to go get the Batmobile, it blacks out and just skips. Like, I'm not interested in that bit.
I'm just in the Batmobile. I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's like
Clean it up.
it's like playing a Mary Jane game, like in the Spider-Man PS4 and PS5. There's sections where you play as Mary Jane, but they're just the worst bit. I would be like, imagine they just made a game off of that. That'd be so funny.
I was watching that. People hated that part.
It was so boring. There's no need, I don't need. I know that humans can't do what Spider-Man can do, so I didn't need to like do it. I didn't need to play it.
It shouldn't have been a required thing. It should have been like a side thing.
I didn't mind it. I like the stealthiness.
I didn't hate it, and I didn't mind it, but I was like, I'm playing Spider-Man game, not Mary Jane game. See, the Batman games are different because they always switch you to like Catwoman and stuff. But say I played Batman, and this is not the Alfred game, but say I was playing Batman and I was doing stuff and I was about to go confront the Joker, and it switched me to Alfred for 30 minutes. I'd be like,
you'd like that. You'd love that.
Not in a Batman game, in the Alfred game I would. But I'd be like, what do you think you're doing? I just be like, literally, I'm about to get in a fight with like, Solomon Grundy or whatever. It's like, I'm about to throw down. Batman's got a new weapon. He's about to unmask someone, and then it blacks out, and then it's Alfred waking up in bed, putting his bloody suit on, and I'm like, what's going on? How has this happened? How am I here?
I definitely haven't bought the Alfred game. Imagine that boss fight. Master Wayne's soup's too hot. Cool it down, quick.
Yeah, and it'd be like the DS you have to blow into the controller. Like that as a game, I'd play that, but not in my Batman game. Not in my Batman game. So,
would you actually play that though? Because I
as a
feel
game,
like
100%.
it's such a niche market.
Game, yeah. Even if it was just DLC, yeah. Like if it was just Alfred, like Pennyworth, yeah. And they could give it a punny name, be like in for a pennyworth, in for a pound. And I'd be all over that.
Oh my god!
I love that. It takes the Batmobile to get like MOTs and stuff. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Oh, I found that way funnier than I should have.
Well, it's it's a good premise, all right.
Taking the Batmobile to get MOT'd. Sorry, mate, it's failed.
It's got to be allowed on the road.
Sorry, mate, your right indicator's out.
I know, but Batman already has the police after him for other reasons. He can't be dealing with a dodgy tax plate and stuff, can he? Like,
I mean, I think that's the least reason why. You get pulled over in the Batmobile for like having a brake light out. I mean,
you gotta think though,
I've just blown up a bank, so.
If Batman, Bruce Wayne gets in that and his back left's got a puncture, he's gonna be devastated in it. That's what Alfred's got to sort out.
I think he knows what he's doing, Bruce Wayne.
I don't know. Not without Alfred. Without Alfred, he's nothing, and I think that's what the game should explore.
Christian Bale does his own MOTs.
Oh yeah, but I think without Alfred, he'd just be lost, and I think the game should explore like how useless Mr. Wayne is. It's like Batman. He's got odd gloves on and just stuff like that. Just an absolute wreck of a hero.
He's dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Suit getting dry cleaned.
His shoes or his socks.
Yeah,
and stuff are all
they can make it. They can make it
colours.
like an open world. So if you don't get back in time or you've done something else, Batman's off to fight crime dressed as like Spider-Man or something.
Have Alfred taken hostage.
I like that he just crossed over the universes there, Frankie.
If there were two,
Sorry to defeat the realism there, Tom.
of this marketable game that's coming out. But if there was two, like,
it will be.
Yeah, they should be. But if there's two like games, and one where Alfred gets captured and taken hostage, and Batman has to save him, or Batman gets taken hostage and Alfred has to save him. I'm backing Alfred to save Batman first. Alfred will do it because Alfred knows how to live in the real world. Batman knows nothing. You know that dude.
I reckon his sidekicks know more. Like you got Nightwing, you got Robin as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't Nightwing the same
Batgirl.
person as Robin?
Yeah,
Technically, but
yeah.
there's different ones as well. Yeah.
But it just,
You're being-
back to Spider-Man. Mary Jane isn't needed in my game.
Alfred's not needed in my game, bro. You're being so harsh to Bruce Wayne. His parents died. Cut him some slack. He's been through trauma. That's why he is like he is.
Well, I know the story of Batman, but his parents died, yet he still had millions and millions of dollars. You know people's parents die without that, right? Like, I want to see them as superheroes. Like, he had Alfred. See, Alfred raised Batman. That's what you got to remember. Without Alfred, there would have been no Batman. You ever think about that?
Hashtag love Alfred.
Alfred knew. Alfred was a bit of a sicko. He's like, you know what? I'm going to make this kid so like traumatized he's going to become a goth superhero. Alfred just took the mick.
I don't like your view on this. I think, and you want an Alfred game. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Imagine an Alfred game. What is up with that? That'd be great.
Come on, give me some credit for that reference.
I was going to say that was a good reference. That was a good reference, mate.
You're not up for my Alfred, so you're not.
That fell flat on its face.
Good. So
I do agree with the Mary Jane bit though. Like,
yeah.
When I watched it on YouTube, it was a bit too long. Like it was dragging on a bit. I don't know if the player was crap or.
It's like playing Halo and playing as Cortana. Who wants to do that? No one. No one wants to do that. We're all like, we like Cortana as a character and as a figurehead and as a motive. But if I was blasting through elites and then it was like, oh, hold on a minute, and then I was just staring at a terminal as Cortana, I'd be like, what is this doing in my Halo game?
just chilling there.
Yeah, just stood on a podium because you can't move.
A T-pose.
Yeah, just T-posing for half an hour. I'd be like, well, let's do before we carry on, because I actually think I know where we're going to... It's probably going to change topic in a second. I think we should hear from our sponsors for this week's podcast.
This episode of the AGT podcast is sponsored by Apparel 5. Do you want you and your team to look the best? Whether it's for work or leisure, Apparel 5 can offer you excellent designs to suit your needs. Check them out at www.apparel5.com or even look in the description to find out more. This episode is also sponsored by Strive to Work, a government-approved apprenticeship training agency to ensure that people are being given the best chance to work in their ideal sectors. To find out more, visit strivetowork.uk or look in the description below.
And we're back. So thank you for that. I don't know who's reading the ad reel this week, but whoever it was, I'm sure did an amazing job. It could even be me.
They did. I can see into the future, like That's So Raven.
Oh, nice. They did. So the reason why we cut it there is because we wanted to get onto a different topic that Tom actually brought up before this recording, and it was a good one. And it was... and I was talking to someone about it. Yeah, it was a really good one. It was one I was talking about with someone the other week, just as a general topic. And it was, what's the best game you've played that you've received for free? Now, what are our rules in this? Are we going for like PS Plus and like, if a friend give you a game, are we counting this?
No.
No. Okay, I'm gonna have to think. Right, well, Tom, what you wanted to get, so you've got to go first. Okay.
That's a yellow card. That.
The only reason I say that is because like it doesn't count as a bargain, if you know what I mean. Because obviously, if you get a game for free and you really enjoy it, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I haven't bought this before or played it before. But I ended up getting it for free, so it's a win.
Okay, well, go on then. You've got to start.
I've got 2.
Whoa, that's cheating.
That's greedy. That is greedy.
He's come to the topic and he's broken the rules.
Yeah, he's breaking the rules straight off. He's going to be like, okay, so this one I got from my friend.
He made the rules and then broke them.
I mean...
No.
Well, you can have 2 then.
Right. Okay, right. So, I mean, it's kind of... I don't really go into detail really that much, but...
What was the point of bringing it up there?
No, honestly, like, I was just saying, like, the first one is Tomb Raider, like the 2013 remake.
Yeah.
And it was remastered for like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
It was.
That got me into the franchise. which is a bit weird because usually a lot of people like start off with Tomb Raider, you know, with the original ones.
Oh, you've never played a Lara Croft game?
I have, but the only reason I brought them, like the original type of ones, was because of the reboot, which is so weird to say.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is, but I think I think I was telling you this, wasn't I? Before it was like last May, like the start of lockdown.
Who knows?
And like a lot of the 360 games for Tomb Raiders were really cheap. They were like under £1. So obviously I've played like the reboot games, like all three. I can't remember the other one's called. Is it Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and then Rise of the Tomb Raider as well.
Raider, yeah. They're stupid names, by the way.
They are a bit, yeah.
A lot. You don't have to sugarcoat it. We're already on a rant about games today. They're stupid names.
I was gonna have like a partnership
they sound like
with
Transformers titles. Yeah, but they sound like they're supposed to be Transformers. Like,
yeah. But no, like those have got me into the franchise pretty good. And I played. What was it now? It wasn't Tomb Raider Legend. It was the one before. But I can see what people are on about now. They want the classic Lara Croft back because she was in those 360 ones. She's really confident.
She's badass.
Really confident. Like she's a badass. Yeah.
She's like
and
James Bond.
In these reboots, I think she's about. How old is she? I think she's about 22, something like that.
She's very nervous, isn't she?
Yeah. And I can see why people are going, oh, yeah, we want the originals back. So
in the new one, she's more like a survivor in a terrible situation, as opposed to a situation she's such a badass she's put herself into.
Yeah.
She's less of a Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like, if you get what I mean. In the older one, she's like Indiana Jones style, going to go into this dangerous place and do it. And this one, it's like, oh man, her ship's capsized or whatever. It is different.
If she met up with like Nathan Drake in like the old Tomb Raider, she'd be like, she'd take no crap from him. But obviously in the new one, she'd be like, I'm gonna follow you.
That'd be a brilliant crossover.
It would. It definitely would.
Uncharted Tomb Raider. Let's get that done.
Yeah. The second one
with Alfred Pennyworth.
I don't know if I'm saying Alfred Pennyworth. The second one, I don't know if I'm going to be pronouncing this correctly. It's Wolfenstein.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Not the old ones, the new ones.
The new ones, yeah.
The new ones, yeah. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I was like, what is this? It just looks like, because the title screen in the cover is just like a load of red and it says Wolfenstein on it.
Load of Nazis.
Like, well, what is this? And
load of Nazis.
Honestly, I don't want to spoil anything, but I didn't expect like
it's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an interesting like timeline to go down. Sorry,
there's different points. I don't know if you've seen these things, but obviously it's very much like Inglourious Bastards. And have you watched it on Amazon, The Man on High Castle?
Yeah, I was watching that.
It's very similar in terms of premise of like how the war went. Wolfenstein is a good one. I remember the milkshake diner scene or whatever went round Facebook forever.
Oh yeah,
that was on Facebook every day. It was on my feed constantly. I was like, yeah, it was good the first time I watched it. Now I'm not interested. Game by it.
I wasn't a fan of the second one that much, but
no.
Yeah, and the third one I've brought, but I haven't even touched it.
Frankie, it's your turn because I've been listening to Tom. I've not been thinking about games, so I need you to go.
So, I would say the BioShock collection, but just to be different from the last time I was on, I'm gonna say. Probably Uncharted 4. I got for free.
Yeah, I got it for free as well.
Yeah. And it's you know what? That's the first time I ever played an Uncharted game. And it
Me too.
Sick. Really?
Yeah, I was like, I've heard about these games forever, but I'm not paying for them. And then I was like, okay. Then I got the fourth one. I was like, I can't just play the fourth one. So then I bought the others.
Oh, really?
I was like, go on then. So start from the beginning.
So yeah, no, I only played 4, but it was really good. It was so good. And I think that's the one you go to Scotland in that one, don't you? At one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was pretty cool.
Did it feel like home for you?
Felt like home. Never lived there. Just half Scottish, but, but it felt like home. No, that was a really good game. You know what? I've got so many games just sort of like in my library that aren't installed on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And at least 80% of them I got for
PS
free.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, but there's some really good ones. Like I got Tomb Raider as well, but I never played it, so I need to get on that as well. As soon as I've
I got Horizon Zero Dawn.
Did
that
you?
Was free.
I played for that.
Free,
yeah, I was just about to say once I completed the love-hate relationship I have with Horizon, I will get onto Tomb Raider or something like that, and then I'll be able to feed back to Tom what my actual best one is. But as it stands, from ones that I played, it's got to be Uncharted 4 or Goat Simulator.
Yeah, I got Goat Simulator.
It's so funny.
That is fun.
I think my most played free game, so I'll go off the PS Plus as well. Is it Towerfall Ascension?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It was the first. I think it was the first ever PS Plus game because I got the PS4 when it came out, and it was a
spender.
Yeah, I know. Well, PS5 as well. It's like a 2D. It's a party style game, and it's just a really fun party game that every time people come round, it's the first thing I load up. It's nothing amazing. It's just I've played it so much. It's so much fun, and it is so like it's very accessible. Anyone can play it, and I think for a party game that's so important. And I think not enough people played it, Frankie, which is upsetting.
It is upsetting. Sorry.
So I can't think of what other free to play games that I'm like amazed with. Obviously, I think Persona 5 is now on the PS Plus collection, so I didn't get that for free, but obviously I could have done. That would definitely have been my answer if I hadn't spent money on it. To be honest, again, if I hadn't bought it already, Quiplash was free, wasn't it, the other day? That would be up there.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So there's just some that I've been beaten to because I've bought like a fool. Grim Fandango is a top tier one. I just don't have one that stands out because, like an idiot, I'm too impatient and buy the games.
Yeah, you've just known like the game's gonna be really good and you just buy it.
Yeah, I just buy it.
Time it comes out.
I'd buy it even when I don't think they're gonna be good. Like,
you just buy it anyway.
Like I pre-ordered Formula 1 2021. The date got announced. It's not out for another 3 months. Like
I just don't pre-order games anymore. I just don't do it.
I know.
No,
I shouldn't have done.
I don't trust new games.
No.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know why I did it. I just was like in that mood. I was like, go on then. So I'll stick with Towerfall Ascension as my answer because it's never let me down as a fun party game, and everyone thinks it's great.
You know what?
Go on. Tell us. Tell us what
Tell
right
us
now.
what.
Right now.
I think I got some
Right now.
like really not very good Assassin's Creed game on there where you play as like a pirate or something.
You're such a liar. You just want to talk about.
No,
Assassin's
I did.
Creed.
I swear.
You did like Black Flag.
Black Flag is the best Assassin's Creed game.
I don't think it's Black Flag. It isn't Black Flag. Oh no,
is it Rogue?
it might be. You know what? I'm gonna Google pirate Assassin's Creed game.
Aren't you a Templar in that one? You're not technically.
I have no idea. I'll
one of
play
the
it for
Creed.
10 minutes.
I've never played Assassin's Creed, but I know the pirate one is Black Flag.
He means no. I don't think you are a pirate in the one he's thinking. There's Rogue and Liberation, and one of them is like you're a slave. I think. Are you a woman in it?
No, you're from like the Caribbean or something.
The Caribbean.
Yeah.
The Caribbean.
Yeah. Oh my god. I will find it and I will relay it back.
All right, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, but I got that free and it was terrible.
You're such a liar. You just wanted to talk about Assassin's Creed today.
Oh
You've
my
been talking
god!
about it forever.
Like honestly, it gave me an opportunity to open it up, but I got a free game.
I don't know if it did.
Well, fine, we won't speak about it. It's fine. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, no, talk about it while I Wikipedia what Assassin's Creed game you're talking about, right?
I'm trying to Google it as well.
I'm sure it's Rogue.
You know what? It probably is. I'll look at
it. It is. It has the navy in it from Black Flag, like the naval style of it. We need to like quickly find out if it is or not. But I'm sure it's Rogue. I'm sure you're a Templar. That's
it isn't. It actually isn't.
You're not.
I will
how
find
can
it.
you sit there and tell me it's not?
This is a mystery now.
It's a mystery, I know, and we should be looking it up now in the podcast. But tough, we are doing
Freedom Cry.
Oh, what? Right, I swear. Right, Assassin's Creed, Freedom Cry. If this is nothing like how you explained it, then this is on you.
Because there's palm trees in it, so that's why I said pirates.
Freedom Cry is a DLC. It's not even a game.
I 100% have it though. I have it, and I don't have Black Flag.
Oh no! Wait. So why does the wiki says
what?
It's a single player downloadable content edition for Black Flag, and then when I googled it, is it a full game? It says it is a standalone game. What?
Thank you. I want an apology from the pair of you, right?
From Google, pal, not from me.
So yeah, I don't know why we went around in such a massive circle to get to that, because the only review I have on it is I played it for 15 minutes and it sucks.
Well, you wanted to talk about Assassin's Creed today, so go for it. What do you want to tell us about Assassin's Creed that isn't Freedom Cry?
My favourite game is Syndicate.
No, it's not.
I don't know why. I was thinking of that. I was going to ask you. I was like, is it Syndicate you're on about? I don't know
it's
why.
not.
No,
My
'cause
favourite
you're not-
game is not Syndicate.
It is. It's awesome. I
No, it's
love
not.
it. It's so good. I'm playing it again.
Wait,
He's taking.
Syndicate-
He's joking. He can't be serious.
is he joke? Is Syndicate the one with Jack the Ripper DLC?
Yeah, and I want to play that.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me it's bad.
All right.
No, I've
bad.
not played it, but
No, I
God.
do actually really like it. It's a really, really good game. It's the most underrated Assassin's Creed game. It's so
Well,
good. That and Assassin's
probably
Creed
a
3 was great.
Oh, my friend hated that, and he's mad on Assassin's
But
Creed. He
why?
cosplays-
They're so good.
He cosplays as the character from it though, and he's like, "It's my least favorite game." It's like, well, why are you cosplaying as? Is it Connor?
Which one's it? Yeah, Assassin's
Connor.
Creed 3 is Connor, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. I think you're like an Indian tribal like orphan or something,
what?
aren't you?
Oh, what?
Like an Indian tribe
what?
orphan. Okay.
Oh, what?
Right. What did you guys think of Origins?
Oh, what? Oh, I liked it. I thought it was needed. I'm sick and tired of just stand there, hold the counter button, press counter. It needed the RPG elements.
Yeah, I thought it was good, right? But the map was so big, but was not filled at all.
Well, I'm not listening to the guy who just said the words Indian tribe orphan like 3 times after given the opportunity to say it right. So,
What? Go on, can you say it right for me? And I will apologise to every listener we have.
well, I've not played the game, but are you an Indian tribe or are you a Native American? Or are you a Cherokee?
You are from an
guessing
Indian
it.
tribe.
What, from
Is that-
India?
No, but like, have I said this completely wrong?
Yeah, they're Native Americans.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
I don't think Indian is politically correct.
What? You know what? They say it in the game. So if anything, Ubisoft.
Yeah, but
against
aren't-
us.
It's the game's fault.
Yeah, but in
It's
the
game's
game-
fault.
Aren't the people in the game who say it like specifically racist?
I swear that the protagonist says it. wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I mean, if it makes it into the game, you know.
Well, it's
Should be
alright. If
alright.
Ubisoft say it, Frankie, then you're all good.
That's what I've been going on.
I'd hate to hear your review of Django. Just because they say it in the film, don't mean you can do it.
God.
Oh my god, that's
Right.
worse than what I said.
Well, says who?
Oh, me to make myself feel better.
Yeah, okay, I'll go for that then.
Aw.
The
So
map.
go on, what did you think of Origin?
I
Go
thought it was a a good game.
on. Okay.
I thought it was I thought it was a really good game.
I've just
but
been
I
on the Wikipedia, sorry for interrupting you, but I've been on the Wikipedia and I've controlled F for the word Indian. Not a single time, pal. Wikipedia didn't even say it.
Yeah,
Wikipedia says Native American.
Yeah, so Wikipedia, they're not Ubisoft, are they?
No, but Ubisoft are portraying the time period, my guy.
So was I.
You wish
Yeah, exactly.
you wish you were.
I really, really wish that I was.
Ah, amazing. But obviously, I
Right.
couldn't have been like hinting at you anymore that what you were saying was wrong, and you just kept saying it. I was like, this guy.
I like how you could slide down the pyramid.
Oh, I did it. I got a screenshot doing that.
Thank you
Origin.
so much for changing the subject.
That was a seamless transition. That was seamless. I liked it. I got a screenshot of me doing that.
I've
I
never
can send
played
you
it,
a
but I
screenshot of
watched
me
it.
doing it if you want. We can marvel at how good
Yeah,
it is.
I want to see this. I want to see this screenshot, and I hope it's like upscaled.
But did you not
yeah.
think?
4K or
Did you not
something.
think that the map
No.
was way too big and it just wasn't filled enough? Because I found
I
myself
got
like,
bored.
what, running through desert. So did I.
Yeah, but that's not the game's fault. It's Egypt. What do you expect?
Yeah, scale it down. Then I appreciate it. I appreciate why they're doing it because they're trying to make it.
I mean, why did they do it like that though? It shouldn't be just desert.
There are
should it? It should
cities.
be like, you know,
there
like
are cities.
everything they
there
built.
are like Alexandria is
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it? Alexandria. So this is as someone who's done. You know, I did classic civilizations at uni. I couldn't. Just
By the way.
I loved it. I thought I liked the scale. I liked how it showed the Romanization of Alexandria, and obviously Romanization is Hellenistic, but still, I liked it. I like the sudden you've gone from a desert road where you can't see anything, and all of a sudden Alexandria is just there. I think you couldn't scale it down. You couldn't just be like looking from your village and across the road you just see Alexandria. Don't work. It's not the point of Egypt, is it?
I feel like for the game it would work though, because I know so many people that stopped playing because the travel on it was ridiculous. It took hours. They should have scaled it down, definitely.
Isn't fast travel in the game?
Yeah, but you have to unlock fast travel points.
I kind of want to play it because my friend was like, it's good to get you into the series. And honestly, if I end up playing it, I'll probably end up wanting to go to the
actual Egypt
as well.
Otherwise known as Egypt.
You can do the museum
Cairo
tour mode and just do like so you just walk around and give you the history of Egypt and stuff. It's really good. I love that. I spent hours in it. I was like, yes, I like this a lot. I played that more than the actual game, I think. I got bored of the game because I don't like Assassin's Creed rather than I didn't like the map.
What I didn't like was in most Assassin's Creed games, you just sort of like travel, your objective is there, you crack on with it. You went to where your objective was, then you had to get that like hawk thing out and then like look for your objective. And I don't know if it was just me being stupid, but oh my god, I could not find it. Every time.
I like that you called it a hawk thing.
Bird.
Yeah, the bird. I like that you called it just a thing.
A hawk thing. I didn't know if it was a hawk. So
is it a hawk or is it an eagle? I don't know. I don't know. I think he has a cool name. Oh, he does, doesn't it? Oh, what's it? I'm gonna Control F bird. Nope, it's not there. Uh-oh.
Do hawk.
Eagle named Senu.
That's it.
Yeah, I knew that off the top of my head. I didn't Control F it on Wikipedia at all.
Frankie, so why is 3 your favourite?
3 isn't my favourite. I just thought
Syndicate?
3 was a bit hard done by. I liked it. Syndicate is my favourite.
Syndicate was his favourite.
No, 3 was underrated.
No, I said 3. Yeah, 3 was underrated. Sorry. Syndicate is my favourite. I just think they've done sort of like Victorian London really well, and it looks so cool. And
wait a minute, how are you gonna say that and then you were just hating on how they did Egypt?
Because London's a lot smaller than Egypt, and at least in like London, even in that area, you've still got like a lot of buildings. There's a lot of free running you can do.
That's not Egypt's fault.
Just scale it down then, for the sake of the game. I'm not having a go at Egypt. It's fine. I'm sure Egypt's a lovely place. I'll happily go if I get the opportunity. But I would, I can get like an Uber across the bit where I'd have to run through on the game. It takes me ages. It's not even like, at least in Syndicate, if you've got a long distance to travel, one, it's not that far because London's smaller anyway. You can run across buildings. You can use that zip line thing.
Yeah, but the issue is, you've played a game based in London, and then if they scaled down Egypt, you'd be like, well, Egypt doesn't seem much bigger than London, and you'd be like, what's the point of that? Like, they can't scale it down and also give you a representation of London. They'd have to scale down everywhere.
Just, I don't know, put more stuff I can run across then in the middle of the desert. Just, or make...
What a maniac you are.
Or make fast travel points accessible from the start. Don't make me unlock them. I don't want to run across the desert.
Mate... Frankie wants a quad
bike. He wants Egypt now. He wants someone coming over to him and saying, you can rent this, pal.
Or at least, like they did in Red Dead, give me cinematic view when I can like ride my camel or my horse or whatever I choose. I think you can ride donkeys in there as well.
No, cinematic view and following the road is in Assassin's Creed Origin.
Well, if I'd have known that...
Wait, do you not get camels in it?
You do get camels in it. You get camels, horses, and I think you get donkeys as well, but the donkeys are so slow. I think the camels are the quickest, actually.
Yeah, that's probably accurate, actually.
Yeah. Longer legs.
Yeah. But they do, there is the follow the road mechanic, so I don't know what you want.
Oh, I didn't know that. Or, like, I just found every time I was riding across the desert on the back of my camel, it was so long, and I kept getting the hump.
Nice. You laughed at your own joke before. You laughed at it before you even finished saying it. He was like, I cannot wait to say this.
I'm here all week.
Laughing. I'm here all week. I wish you were.
What was that Assassin's Creed game where it was exclusive to like the last gen consoles? So like, obviously not Xbox One and PS4, but like the 360 and PS3. What was that game? It was Liberation,
now? But I might be wrong.
What setting was it now? Because I swear that I got confused. I was like, isn't that the London
Syndicate's
one?
the London one. Syndicate is awesome. It's so good.
Oh my
It's
God.
so good.
Get off it.
You can make him wear a top hat.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
What
The only
assassin?
thing I liked about it was the trailer because it was Noel Gallagher.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Noel Gallagher and the High Flying Birds. I can't remember the name of the song now off the top of my head, but it was a good trailer.
I want to play that now
Why?
because I like it. I don't know. After
right,
this,
okay.
I'm either playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate again or I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn again.
I don't think it was Liberation. Apparently, that's a DLC for the third one.
No, so it was an exclusive title for Vita, and it was fully remade in 2014 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Microsoft Windows.
Oh, okay.
So I think it is. I think that was the one because it was like a last gen port of a game that was coming out at the same time, kind of thing. A few games do that.
As the next gen console.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? That you think they
But
would
what
have
about
released it on
Just
next gen,
Dance as a game? Released their last ever game for the Wii only like 2 years ago.
but- Wait, what?
Yeah, Just Dance 2019 was
I
on
was
the Wii.
playing that when I was like, I swear I was playing that when I was like 7 and I'm now 23.
Let me find out. I'm sure it was for Just Dance 2019 for the Nintendo Wii. Like, they were just still making Wii games.
Wait, this. I swear, like they stopped making Wii games ages
Not Just
ago.
Dance, pal. Try and stop them.
Oh, I wanna dig out my Wii now. Play some Mario
Play
Kart.
some Just Dance.
No.
Wii Sports Resort. That is the tier.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great game.
Got
That
around
was
sword
great.
fighting, definitely. It was good.
We need to do a Wii. We need to do just a Nintendo podcast.
Oh,
like, talk
wait
about
a
Wii
minute. Wait a
stuff.
minute. A Nintendo podcast. You've never played Pokemon?
Yeah, but I've played other Wii games.
Oh, did
How can you do that?
anybody play like Wii Sports and they'd like make
No,
boxing?
never in my life,
Like,
never in my life.
They'd play like they'd make like boxes on their Mii and like actual boxes and then fight.
No.
I don't think so. No, not
N-
bo-
No,
Boxers.
he means like making a Mii. So he means like making a Mike
Boxers.
Tyson Mii and then battering it in Wii Sports.
mate. I
Yeah,
struggle to
Matt
beat
was an
that
absolute
all the
hardhead. I
time.
wasn't fighting anyone else.
Matt was a G.
Yeah, make Mike Tyson then.
Nah. Train you up.
I swear, Mike Tyson has it over Matt all day.
He does not.
He does.
He
He does.
doesn't.
He'd bite his ear off.
I used to love those games. No.
Wait, the Mii's even have ears?
That was your
No, no.
issue. Your issue with the statement of him biting his ear off was the Mii's even have ears.
Well, yeah, because how's he going to do it? How's
Well,
he
you
gonna
said
do
he'd
it?
bite
It was
Matt's
a Mike
ear off.
Tyson joke because he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear.
Yeah, we know this.
I
but
know,
how is he
we
gonna
know,
do
yeah.
it if they don't have ears, Frankie? Hey?
He won't need to. It was a joke. He won't need to. Mike Tyson's too hard. He'll knock him out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cleared that up.
I don't think We Fit made me. I don't think We Fit made me fitter. It just made me.
No, it didn't. All right. Wii Fit was revolutionary. Everybody had Wii Fit.
I
Like,
didn't.
What?
I didn't. No.
What?
You know,
I didn't have Wii Fit.
there was a
Wii Fit
sequel
Plus.
version.
Oh, yeah,
it was
Wii
Wii
Fit-
Fit 2.
It might have been Wii
Is it
Fit
Wii
2. I
Fit
thought it was
2?
Wii Fit Plus, but it might have
How
been
does
Wii Fit 2.
Wii Fit make you fit? You can't move around. It's like we're gonna get you in
Who-
shape, but you've got to
who
stand
can't-
on this
who
like.
can't
Doesn't.
move around? I moved around. I was doing ski jump. I was travelling the world. Yeah. I
On
was
the
in a
board,
jump
though.
in my living room, was I? I was just extending my legs. What do you want from me? I don't know. I don't think it made you. I think the yoga was like legit though. The yoga was really good.
Yeah, and the jogging long distance.
Yeah,
that was
I don't
legit
know.
as well.
I
Jogging
think
at
some
one
of it
spot.
probably could make you fit. It was definitely more for. Well, it was for those kids who like as opposed to playing a PlayStation. It definitely made you fitter because you were still moving, like you were stretching. You were even the going back and forth, like the hula hooping. Connect was better
Kinect.
for fitness wise, I reckon.
I never played the Kinect.
I
Never.
didn't because it's just
Never played it. I just
the not having a controller isn't comfortable for me. I need a controller, even if it's like a Wii one or the PlayStation Plus. What's PlayStation's PS Move? PS Move, yeah. 'Cause I had PS Move.
Yeah.
And that was quite good because you need a controller, man. Otherwise, you need something to grasp.
The only time I used PS Move was to play that Time Crisis game that come out on it.
Did you get the gun with it? It was just like a little plastic thing that you put the remote inside the top of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Time Crisis is
Yeah,
great at the
yeah,
arcade.
yeah.
That's always what I go to.
Is it Raising Storm? Is that what it was?
Oh,
Time
yeah,
Crisis
if it
Raising
was,
Storm,
it sounds
something
about
like
right.
that.
Time Crisis is great at arcades.
Yeah.
Like I love it so much. It's my favorite game.
You know what my favourite game is?
Halo.
There is a Halo
I
arcade
played
game.
a Halo arcade game. Yeah.
Yeah, you've played it before. Oh my god, you played it before me.
Is it the one where you're in like the back of the warthog?
I don't even know. It's called Fireteam Raven. That's all I know.
Yeah, I've played it. I have played it. It's good.
No, my favourite one is the stacker. Like when you press the button, like you have to press like stack the blocks up to win the prizes.
You're so boring, aren't you?
Mate, that game is good. That game is good.
Who goes to the arcade and is like, I'm gonna play some stacker?
You can win it. You can win an Xbox or a PlayStation or.
Earlier on in the podcast.
No.
Earlier on in the podcast, when Tom said that he doesn't have friends, and I felt bad, and now I could kind of see.
You know what? Yeah, I
brilliant.
literally right. I, without hesitation, then just called Tom boring. And about 30 minutes ago, I was endorsing an Alfred Pennyworth game. So I don't know what that says about Tom.
Yeah, Tom, that's a reflection on you.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm like, Stacker, that's too far. That's too boring of a game.
But I want to serve a
You'd
guy
go to the arcade and play Doodle Jump.
Doodle Jump.
That's what you'd do. Oh, I can't believe.
I mean, I do enjoy a bit of
So
air
what?
hockey
If
as well,
Stacker
but
and Time Crisis were in front of you, you'd pick Stacker.
I'd play all of them. Really, I'll play all of the games.
No.
That's not an
You have
option.
£1. You have £1.
There's no
£1.
loophole in
You
this.
can play one of them. The fact you're thinking about it is insane.
That is ridiculous.
I mean, the thing is, like,
Oh my
both kind of seem like a waste because Time Crisis you need like a lot of money to get through.
You do,
Really?
because you're bad at it.
So,
And Stacker's just boring.
Yeah, and Stacker is a waste because it's bad.
All right, Spider Stomper, bloody hell.
What would you rather do? Have 10 minutes of just shooting people, or would you rather play for an hour of stacking stuff?
Tom's gonna say
I wouldn't.
stacking
I wouldn't.
stuff all day.
I wouldn't play for an hour of Stacker. No way.
No way, that's too far out of Tom.
No way, Jose.
Not for me. You'd have your Stacker fixed about 10 minutes in, wouldn't you, Tom?
I'd literally go to the machine like first and spend about a tenner on it and then like not win.
Imagine running to the arcade with like young Tom and he's like, "Oh my god, they have Stacker," and it's like his parents are there like head in hands, like, "What is this child?"
I bet Tom was the sort of person that when he went to the arcade, he'd just bring like a bag of 2p's and go on those
the
like
coin
slotty
dozers,
machines.
They're more fun.
I don't like them.
Yeah, but you just spend like 4 hours trying to win an iPod.
People
and
get
you come
aggressive
back.
over them, like those games.
Those ticket machines are a scam. They really are. Like
Yeah, as opposed to Stacker, which costs £1 and you win nothing.
yeah.
They're all scams. Arcades in general are scams.
Yeah,
like
they are. Yeah.
you think about how much you pay and if you just die instantly. Like for kids, for us, obviously, we play Time Crisis now. We can at least progress a little bit. When I was younger, I couldn't even hold the gun up to be recognised on the screen. Yet I was still paying £1 to do it. My dad must have been like, "Look at my money go down the drain."
You know, at the beginning we were talking about Horizon. Now we're talking about Stacker and Coin.
Do you know what the greatest arcade game
Coin Dozer
of all time? Yeah, Coin Dozer, that's a 2p game. The greatest arcade game though of all time that I got to play was the Pod Racer game, and you got to sit in Anakin's pod from Star Wars and play it.
Where was that?
Do you want a location? Like what?
Yeah.
It was at the Lowry hotel, or the Lowry shopping centre
in Manchester.
It's not there anymore because Phantom Menace hasn't been out for a good while. But it was.
I'm actually quite annoyed now. I was actually thinking of going.
It was
There is a new one where like you can be in an X-wing.
I've got a photo of me in that from about 2 years ago. Yeah. Maybe you guys should just come to my arcade. Yeah, I've been sat in
that
it.
one is really good.
Why aren't we there now?
I know.
This sounds amazing.
It is great. So it's like you're in like a dome sort of thing in like the cockpit, and it's like a curved screen, and you have to pilot your X-wing and stuff. It's kind of on rails, but it's also semi.
I want to.
Can you like get in it, or is it like designed for like little kid legs?
No. You get in it. It's not like you're sat in the cockpit. You're sat on a chair, and around you is like a dome, so you can get in it fine. Right. It's good.
I kind of want to retract Stacker, but I don't want to at the same time because it's just funny.
Why would you?
Because it's funny.
Why would you? How is Stacker funny? I've got an image of Tom playing Stacker just crazy.
We'll have to get a video of us like meeting.
No, it's funny with me
mentioning
it.
Yes, we'll have a trip to the arcade.
Yeah, it'll cost us about £100 because
the arcade
prices are ridiculous.
They use them cards now, don't they?
Do they? What?
Yeah, they. So like, Wait, if you got like an arcade where like it uses like you put like your normal card in like a machine and it gives you like an actual card and like you put money on it and you just like scan the card on the machines.
What sort of...
Tom's living in 2030.
What sort of high-tech arcade is this? It's still pound coins for me and they never work.
No, look.
You have to like scratch them on the side.
Yeah, you scratch it on the side and go...
There's one in Birmingham in the resorts world. There's one in Nottingham.
Look at him name dropping to all these arcades he's been. He's like
I'm trying to find stacker machines. That's what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you know what the mental thing is that he's just been to these arcades and played the same game every time.
No, he's been to them and left when he realised they don't have stacker. He's only travelled looking for stacker.
So the best game to keep you fit though is the basketball one.
Oh, I do like the basketball ones.
The basketball one's good.
I don't know.
What about the dancing games where they got like the arrow?
I'm too bad at Dance Revolution. I'm so bad at them. I'm actually embarrassing.
I like how you knew the name.
Yeah, DDR.
I could see Frankie like.
Frankie would be absolutely amazing at DDR.
Yeah.
100%.
I would.
He'd be like the
I played
girl
it
from
before.
Karate Kid with Jaden Smith when she starts passing out to Lady Gaga.
Dude, it's nuts. I've played on those at arcades and I've been compared to Ashley Banjo from Diversity.
I can see it. I can tell that you'd hold yourself the way he does.
Wait, so why aren't you in Diversity, man?
Why am I not in Diversity?
Yeah,
no Adamo Gaming, pal.
Yeah, one, I wanted to work here, and two, I auditioned and they said you're just too good and it's unfair because it will make us look bad.
Yeah, no, I can see that. The dance group all has to be the same level.
Yeah.
I don't know how this podcast has derailed into what it has.
Your power level is too high.
It's just it's ending up on Frankie talking about auditioning for Diversity. It's your fault, Tom, for liking Stacker. Just don't make any sense to me.
I'm gonna need to like go to like your arcade and actually win it now. Like, you need to record it.
We'll sort it out. Yeah, we'll get a video of it going.
Let's do it.
We will. Okay, everyone. So I'd like to say thank you for joining me on this week's episode, Tom.
Thank you for having me on.
Not you, Frankie, because you still haven't completed Bioshock, so you shouldn't even be on.
I've been busy creating content.
Oh well. Thank you for joining me on this week's episode.
It's not a problem. Always a pleasure. Sorry about Tom and his Stacker.
Yeah. And thank you for listening, guys. Please let us know what your favourite arcade machine game is, and if it is Stacker, don't bother commenting.
If it is Stacker, like and subscribe.
And if it isn't Stacker, like and subscribe.
If it's Stacker, we'll link Tom's Twitter in the description. Go and check him out.
And we'll hope you join us on next week's episode of the AGT podcast. Bye.